How's it going? Dave from Comic Book Investments. So, got some stuff back from CGC and just stuff in general. So, I figured I'd go through it and talk about it, do that kind of stuff. A few bits of news. Had my birthday the other day. So, yeah. Other than that, I've been working on getting our giveaway ready for you guys. So, I know I've been promising a giveaway. I just didn't want to do the YouTube way anymore because so many people reached out to me saying like they got scammed or who is this person like pretending to be you? I thought it was you, and I just don't want to have anyone scam. So been working on our website. It's almost done, almost done. I'm hoping it'll be done within a week or two. I'll do an announcement, but nonetheless, our consignment deadline is passed, and our auctions are. I'm getting going on it, getting stuff listed. So thanks for everyone that's sent out stuff. And yeah, so let's get into what we got in. What's this? 4-color 878. This is, I think, considered what, Peanuts number 1? Yeah, Peanuts number 1. This is not their first appearance. They had an interesting kind of past with the Peanuts. They've jumped around from different publishers. This is what, Dell? This is Dell. I think they're on Gold Key a little later. Before that, they were in, I forget what it's called, but Tip Top. I think it was Tip Top Comics and United Comics, number 21, Tip Top. Was it 178 or something like that? I don't know. They were in a couple issues like that, and that's their earlier appearance. This is a 4-color number, Peanuts number 1 from 4-color, but they appeared, I think, before this. I think this might be their first one on Dell. But in any case, rambling on, came back great. I was hoping for $9.99. Then we got the Jetsons. This is the first comic book appearance of the Jetsons. $6.99. If I don't say the grade, that's because it came back what I thought it would come back as. What do we got here? First Sergeant Rock cover, Our Army at War 88. Thought it'd be 4.0, got a 5.0. Good. 189. What is this one? Third appearance of the Challengers of the Unknown. This is 6.5. Now you might think, 6.5 is not that high, but it's actually kind of high for this era. 1,099. This is a cool cover. Neil Adams, I believe. Yep, Neil Adams cover. Superman 233. That'd be 7.0. Got a 6.0, so not good. 199. This is always an interesting cover. I love showing this cover. This cover would never fly today. This is Lois Lane 106. This is basically, she goes from, Superman turns her, with a special machine he has apparently, turns her from being white to black because she wants to report on what it's being like to be black. So thought it'd be 7.0, got a 6.5, 245. I could not imagine if they made this comic today. I don't think it was a negative comment. I didn't read it, but I could only imagine how people would be up in arms. And there'd be a bunch of people that wouldn't read it anyways. Tales of Suspense 17. This is an 8.0, so that's good. Thought it'd be 7.5 to 8.0, so I got that 8.0. 13.99. So this is pretty high grade. I think there's only a couple higher than this. So if you are a fan of Googam, Son of Goom. Googam, Son of Goom. Maybe I should read this. Googam, Son of Goom. So apparently, Goom showed up in Tales of Suspense, and now Googam is out for revenge. So who knows? We got an old Iron Man. What's this? Tales of Suspense 47. Thought it'd be a 2.5, got a 3.5. 149. Googam, Son of Goom. Let's see, we got X-Men number 8. Early X-Men. That'd be a 5.5, got a 4.5, so 2.45. There we go. We got a lower grade X-Men number 9. This is where X-Men fight the Avengers. And that'd be 2.0, got a 1.8. No real difference in price. 209. So if you want yourself a cheaper version, there you go. Then we got X-Men 10. That would be 3.5, got a 4.5, 279. And then we got an X-Men 15 in a 7.0. Was it his first Origin of Beast or something? Origin of the Beast, second appearance of Sentinels, and first Master Mold, and a dog hair. 7.5 is what I thought it'd be. Got a 7.0, 309. I like to make sure they're there, all tight. It's like Lincoln Logs. I don't know. Did you guys ever play with Lincoln Logs? I remember I always wanted them. I never got them. Got a bunch of Spider-Man. Remember, I got more than this. This is just some. So, a lot of times I'll get like the same books that you guys seen. Like I got like a couple special Marvel Edition 15s, first Shang-Chi. And I was like, I've showcased that before. I don't really have much to say. I always like to try to showcase either like stuff that maybe I don't showcase often, or maybe it's in a really high grade of it, or it's something that maybe you guys have never seen, because I know going through, submissions that people have sent for the auctions, I get to see things like, I've never seen this book before, or it's like unique, or this very cool, different things. So that's kind of the fun thing about going through auctions. I mean, then I have to, picture them and list them and all that, kind of input them in and all that stuff. So a lot of people email me asking, hey, it showed delivered. Did you guys get it? Don't freak out. Yes, we did get it. But just know that I have a whole bunch of stuff to go through. First, not only do I have to open it and go through the package and make sure everything's there, then, some people don't put in their lists. And so then I have no idea whose it is. And that usually goes to the back end. And then I will, come back around to get to that, because now I have to go searching for a lot of stuff. So always make sure you put in those slips, those packing slips. Most people do, but some people don't. It just makes it a little more difficult. But then once I open them up, then I have to basically go through them, put it in our system, and then that's when I mark it as received. And then if you check on your dashboard inside your account, you'll see it'll be checked as received. That means I received it. Then once it's received, then pictures get taken, then it gets listed, and then on your side, it'll show processed, and then you can click the link and you can see your book up there. So that's kind of the process of how it works. So just know, just because, the tracking shows it's there, I haven't basically got to it yet. We get a lot of stuff, and we happen to get a lot of stuff, right before, the due date. So it ends up being like, 50 to 75% of all of our books that we get end up being like a week or two before the due date. What have we got here? Spider-Man 48. 199. $55. Yeah, I got tickets to go see Mario. That's what I'm doing basically for my birthday. I wanted to see it today because it came out today, but my friends couldn't go till this weekend, so I have to wait. Iron Man 66 and 92, 149. Here we go. Highest grade of Justice League of America, 97. 98, 699. All this stuff is on our website, collectorscomics.com. Here we go. This is like kind of like, I think like Catwoman. Before, I don't really know. I mean, it is Catwoman, but it's not Batman Catwoman. But people seem to like this one because in a 4.0, it's $5.49. They got some high-grade Submariners. Number 52. $3.59. Interesting take. I was going to do a video, but it's since passed. I watched John Wick 4. I don't think it was... People were ranting and raving about it. I don't know. I didn't think it was that good. Like, it was good, but not like as good as people were saying it was. I just felt like there was too much action and not enough substance. That's what I felt like. And I felt like if they would have just cut out like an hour of it, I think it would have been a lot better. And because some of the action got a little redundant, That's just my opinion. I know I am, you know, on the opposite side, and everyone really loves this movie, but I don't know. I like the first one. First one I thought was the best one. Number 64, 169. But it was better than Ant-Man, that's for sure. Uh, the number 66 and 96499. Yeah, Ant-Man and Quantumanium or whatever. Man, Marvel's just going through some disasters. What is that? The actor that plays Kang, Jonathan Majors, I mean, he's in a whole bunch of hot water, getting arrested, and I don't know if he's arrested or if there's just charges brought against him. I don't really know the whole story, but all I know is it just keep on getting worse and worse for him, and so that's not good. They might have to recast Kang if this ends up going to like more official stuff like trial and all that kind of things, or if it ends up going to jail. I don't know what Marvel is going to do. You build up this character as Kang in multiple movies, and I guess you could just simply recast him, but or maybe just do a 3D model of him. I don't know, or say he's a different Kang. Nonetheless, I don't think Kang is that great of a character in the MCU. Um, it's just, I don't know. He doesn't seem that threatening. He got beat by a bunch of ants. Like, what would the Hulk do? Just instantly squish him. Number 70, 96, 139. Yeah. And, by the way, Ant-Man, I said this in the video before when I was talking about how badly it's, lost money. And people were like, it's made hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm like, yes. But just because it's all about profitability. You want to take money and then you want to put it into a product, which would be, in this case, a movie, and then you want it to make more than what you put in. So if you put in $1, you're hoping maybe it'll grow to $2. So this is who cares if it makes hundreds of millions? This is how much does it cost? How much does everything, marketing, cost? The theaters take a percentage. How much does that all cost? And at the end of the day, does the studio that made this movie end up making more than what it cost? And at the end of the day, it did not. Ant-Man is probably going to cost Disney, I don't know, like $100 million or so, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, somewhere around there. So it's going to end up costing $100 million, negative. They're negative $100 million. So it doesn't matter if, give you an example, Ant-Man 1 made over $500 million, Ant-Man 2 made over $600 million, and Ant-Man 3 is about $450. So made less than the first two and cost more. So yeah, it's not good. They lost money. And what was the one that came out before that? Well, I'm thinking like Shazam and Black Adam. That's DC. But those, Black Adam lost money. Shazam, oh man, lost a ton of money. Oh my God. Like it cracked like 150 million. And that's, oh my God. I didn't watch it. That was like the only DC movie I didn't watch. Because simply, I thought it looked stupid. I loved the first one. Loved it. But I thought the second one looked dumb. Because I'm like, I don't want to see him fighting a bunch of old women. That does not look appealing to me. It was like, because the first one's about his origin. Okay, so I'm going there to watch Sam's origin. So I don't really care about the villain as much. But the second one, it's all about the villain because the characters are already set up. So you better have a really good villain. And I'm like, this is a terrible villain. And my friends have seen it and they said it's really good. Not as good as the first one, still really good, good time. It's just like, I don't know. I don't want to spend the money to go see it. I'll watch it. I have an HBO Max. I mean, this movie bombed so hard, it's going to come into HBO Max probably like any day now. Superman, girlfriend, Lois Lane. This is the first Silver Age? Yeah, first Silver Age, Catwoman, 5-0, $2.99. First appearance, Patchwork Man. Ooh, this is Bernie Wrightson. He's really good at horror. I like his horror. They just look, I don't know, he's just such a good artist. It's probably like Swamp Thing 1. I really like the cover to House of Secrets 92. I do. But I think Swamp Thing 1 is one of my favorite, like probably top 10 covers of all time. I just really like how he looks. I like I like the colors in it. I happen to like horror stuff a little more. I don't like new horror. Like new horror comic books, it just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. I mean, it can be good, but uh, I like the old horror because there's something about drawing it when like there's a taboo about it. When like, ooh, this is like pushing the bounds. Like new horror now, it's like I've seen this stuff a million times. Everyone's doing it. You can watch movies that are just as gruesome or way worse, more gruesome than this. So it kind of like weakens it. But there's something about when you draw old horror back in a time when they didn't have stuff like that. You can't replicate it now. You could draw the exact same cover, and they have. They've covered one of my favorite covers of all time is Crime Suspense Stories 22, where the guy is chopped off the head of his wife, and he's holding it. They've done homages to that, and it's just not the same. And there's just something about like the grittiness, this modern comics is this way they are printed. It's not like they're cheap. It just I don't know. There's less soul and life in it. I don't know. It's so hard to explain. It's just like the colors that they use. I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know how to explain it, but there's just something about the rawness of it, of an old cover and the way it was drawn, and compared to now, it's just digitally printed on a cover. It just takes about some of the appeal, and they're limited by how many colors they could use, and that's like if you look at LB Cole and the covers, and the colors that they would use for his covers, it was just very just primary, just bold, not much shading. But now it's just like you can digitally create anything. So it's just like so many, just like tons and tons of like different shades of every little color. Like, I don't know, it's like, what is it? A computer does like millions, billions of colors now. So I don't know, it's just not really the same. But I do like modern covers. I think modern artists, there's like a weird phase. It's like artists got really good and then are very unique and this had weird styles, and then all of a sudden the Comics Code Authority, and they just butchered everyone's style and then just made them very like plain, and it didn't, like, artists all of a sudden got hindered, and now they're like good again, and you can get like artists that are experiment with like crazy different things. But for the longest time it's just very plain looking, very, very plain looking. I mean, even, which one am I looking? Oh, Brian Roxton's. That's not plain. The one I wanted before. Like this, right here. Who did this? Kurt Schwaffenberger. I don't know. This cover. I mean, it's cool, right? But it's just very like plain. It's just very plain. I mean, it looks like a panel, to be honest. It looks like a panel just blown up and a little more detail, and drawn like a little. You put a little more effort into the panel, but that's what it kind of looks like. It doesn't look like a cover. Like this looks like a cover. I mean, granted, half of it's like his Swamp Thing logo. All right. And last we got up is first appearance MODOK, who was also in Ant-Man 3. And if I didn't say Swamp Thing, that was $5.99, and this one is $4.99. First MODOK. There he is in the background. Oops. In A5. So, yeah. Have a good day.